It's not very surprising that Errol Spence Jr. has called out Manny Pacquiao as a possible future opponent. Of course, Keith Thurman had many reasons to fight Manny Pacquiao, money probably being the main one. But now Spence has an extra reason, with Manny Pacquiao being in possession of that WBA title that he took off Thurman. And if you even wanted to do a little bit of chess here down the future, if Spence is thinking that far ahead, if he got in possession of 3 belts, then he has more leverage in a possible future matchup with Terence Crawford if that super fight indeed ever gets made. Now in this fight, Spence against Pacquiao, Spence would rightfully go in a solid favourite, but we cannot dismiss the Philippine legend. The question is, what would he have to do in order to win? Because there's a big difference between giving somebody a tough fight, being a live underdog, and actually converting it into a victory. Pacquiao at 40 would have to be in the best possible condition he could get himself into. I think he would have to rely on a blend of his experience, that awkwardness that he has, it's quite unorthodox, and speed, oddly enough. As crazy as that sounds, for somebody who's 40, he would have to rely on that speed that he still weirdly has. Now, I know Pacquiao had that big KO drought where he didn't knock anyone out. Was it between Cotto and Matisse? He didn't stop anyone for about 10 years. But I don't think that tells the full story. It's a little bit misleading. Pacquiao's shots have that real shocking impact to them. They're very quick. He often throws the lead left hand, which is a bit of a sucker punch. And I think when he lands that, a lot of people become a lot more honest and go, okay, you know, this guy really stings with his punches, despite the fact he's only about 5'6". He's just got that ability. It comes with the speed. I don't think they're the heaviest shots now at 147 pounds, but he can shock you. And if he was able to get Spence's respect and use enough movements, he could just start to get into that awkward groove and start edging the rounds. The real problem I see here, though, in a 12-round fight with somebody as consistent and pressing as Spence, who's always hassling you, is that he has shown he is very good in dogfights. Even if he did get cut and marked up a bit, he is going to be pushing the smaller, older man over the 36 minutes, the 12 rounds. So even if he didn't manage to stop Pacquiao, it is very hard to see Manny Pacquiao keeping up when Spence is going to be pushing him back with the southpaw jab and then ripping away to the body with both hands. He's not a really destructive puncher, Spence, but he is punishing. He doesn't tire, he measures himself well, and sometimes it's those fighters who pace themselves better who, of course, end up proving to be more effective attackers than the big knockout one-punch guys who end up losing stamina and aren't as effective in the second half of the fight. It really is that second half of the fight where if Pacquiao was still doing well, he would find it really hard to keep it together, I think, against such a young bull and very skilled as well as Errol Spence. If that fight does go ahead in the future, I'd love to see Pacquiao win, but who do you think takes it?